Dossett, welcome on.
Thanks, man.
Tell us about yourself. What have you been up to?
I am an upcoming freshman at the U of A.
Cool.
Been a summer camp counselor at New Life Ranch for
Nice.
the last 10 weeks.
When did you get back?
Got back Sunday, so still a little fresh.
Is that when you started this gnarly stash we got going on?
10 weeks in the making. So, I mean, it's
Pretty full.
Awesome.
Pretty full.
It's got to go soon.
You
but
can
that's
barely
okay.
tell there's mascara in it.
Oh, there's no mascara. This is real. Mhm. A lot of people have been asking
Just
me
for
that. It's real.
Good for you.
It is fantastic, but it may have an age limit at some point.
Yeah,
so.
I agree with that. You know.
Okay, so upcoming freshman U of A.
Mhm.
What are you going to study?
I'm studying education, so my major is secondary education, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Second, as opposed to,
Primary
and what does that get you?
and higher,
Yeah.
right?
So secondary is high school through, I mean, it's just high school. Primary is K through 5.
I feel like
sixth
secondary
through
is like, yeah,
sixth
sixth.
through eighth is, there's no degree
Something.
for that.
Honestly,
I have no clue. I didn't know what my study was called until like 2 months ago when like someone was asking me and I was like, I'm studying to be an English teacher. That's my degree. And they were like, no.
That's not a degree.
it's not going to be
So I
on
was
your
like,
diploma.
Interesting. So I did some research and it's secondary education.
I love that.
You asked Chat
Did you?
GPT.
Yeah. Did you chat GPT?
I've never used Chat GPT. Ever.
Interesting.
I haven't. My teacher was telling me like you can use it as like helper, but you can't use it. And I just was like, I'll just use my dome, like the head. So
My dome. So that came around
Fantastic.
your senior year of high school.
yeah,
Like-
it's a big thing.
Was it actually? So did people use it for
Everything.
actually?
tests.
So
and-
well, at the same time, like as this was coming out, we had all these scholarship essays we had to do, and so just
Right.
that was the thing to do. Just like,
Oh my
what do you want to
goodness.
accomplish in college? And it's like, I want to be in a fraternity, blah, 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 blah. And then like, that was the, like type that in and then just
Into
like
ChatGPT.
pages of things that you want to accomplish in a fraternity and through classes and through friendships. I didn't use it. And
You didn't.
Probably why I didn't get good scholarships, but
Because you wrote it and ChatGPT
Yeah.
didn't?
no, yeah. so-
Wow.
Wow.
Well, it pays to be honorable and have
No,
integrity, I
doesn't
guess.
pay much.
not enough. Not enough.
So people use that for scholarship essays.
Oh, for
That's-
sure.
That's
Everything.
crazy.
That is
I don't know how I
crazy.
feel about that if I'm like head of a scholarship fund that this whole thing was written by software. So
Yeah. I wonder if they had like multiple essays turned in exactly the same.
They're never the same. They're
That's
all completely different.
that's.
But there's an algorithm that you can plug in that will show if ChatGPT made it. So they have
how
that
do you
now.
know? How do you know all this?
Because it's I look into stuff. I look into it.
You're smart.
He's gonna be a teacher.
It pays to know.
Yeah.
It pays to know.
He's gonna
Knowledge
be
is
well
power.
educated teacher.
So you didn't use ChatGPT?
I
for
haven't.
anything? Okay.
Your Honor, no.
This isn't. We're not on trial. We're not with the scholarship fund.
My
Okay.
teachers might listen.
You've already graduated. You're in between.
They can't
schools,
take away my.
so.
What did I get? Not a degree. What do I?
GED.
No. What do I get when I graduate high school?
Your
GED.
diploma.
My diploma.
Yeah.
I've got it.
That's great.
They can't take it back. So
No. Yeah.
say away
Here we
what you
go.
need
Does it have your name on it and everything?
Yeah, it's in my car. I've had it in there for 2 months.
on the dash.
Great. Yeah.
It's like hidden.
You
under
showing
the-
off.
Show the cop when you get pulled over. Hey, just to let you know,
Don't worry, I'm
a smart
educated.
guy.
Don't worry, I know what I did. You don't have to tell me.
Yeah. Okay. A little bit of a tangent there. Dossett,
Mhm.
high school graduate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How hard was high school?
Not very hard.
Especially with ChatGPT.
COVID helped too. Made it a lot better.
What do you mean by that?
The workload just like dramatically decreased after COVID, I would say.
Do you
Wow.
feel like you got less of an education because of COVID?
No, I would say I got a different experience though.
Okay.
So like sophomore year, I was blended 2 days at home, 3 days at school. And
Yeah.
it was the best year of my life. So
You liked working from
You had a
home?
hybrid.
it was
Hybrid
He was
model.
a hybrid
amazing.
employee.
Wow.
And just the teachers also like, I'm pretty sure had to like just lower how much work they gave you. And so
yeah.
Right.
it was
Well,
easy.
because it's hard to have a level
Yeah,
playing field, I
for
guess.
sure.
So
I mean, yeah.
That's wild.
We interviewed Ed Love last week. Okay.
Ed Love.
Yes.
Who's that?
He was the guy who was sitting in
Dr.
your chair
Love.
earlier.
Oh, yeah.
And we asked him some baby boomer trivia, and Max tried to answer some of them and got
Failed miserably.
none of them. Okay.
Yeah.
But we're going to ask you some of the, because there's no good Gen Z trivia.
No,
We're going to
there's
ask you the baby boomer trivia. Are you ready for
not.
this?
Yes, I am.
Okay. This is probably your best. Well, no, you might get some of these.
Hmm.
What was the most iconic music festival of the 1960s? It's okay to not know.
I have no clue. I'm gonna go like that dance, the flapper, whatever that was called.
Music festivals.
Music festivals.
Yeah.
Like that. What was that like one thing where they were all in like Louisiana and
the
you know what I'm-
Louisiana Purchase?
no.
First of all, the flapper is
What if
from
the
like the
flapper-
20s.
Okay, well,
It's from like the 1920s. And-
No, Woodstock. Woodstock.
that's the answer.
yeah.
No clue what that is.
No, really?
Woodstock. Nope.
It's the ACL of the 60s. Okay.
What's the ACL?
Austin
Oh
City
my
Limits.
gosh, you know what that is.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I know exactly what that is. Yeah.
Okay. Woodstock. Let's do this. Fill in the blank. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
Take a drink out of my Fanta.
Good try. Good try. Good try. No. Oh, what a relief it is. Do you know whose slogan that is?
Coke.
No.
What is it?
Alka-Seltzer.
That's awesome.
Is that a medicine?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think, right?
I mean-
Alka-Seltzer. It helps your tummy.
Yeah, it's like a
Pop, pop, whiz, whiz.
Fizz.
digestion
Fizz,
thing.
fizz.
Fizz, fizz.
Yeah. Okay, good try. Okay, last one. What was Elvis's favorite sandwich?
Provolone.
Just
no,
Turkey and provolone.
turkey and provolone.
no, peanut butter and banana. Apparently, people knew that about
My
him.
brother likes that.
Does he?
Mhm.
Have you had one?
No, it looks disgusting.
No, they're pretty good actually. Okay, who played the first James Bond?
Oh, yeah. Golden Finger. Yeah, that stuff.
You got the movie. You got the movie down.
Sean Connery. Boom,
Oh,
let's go.
Boom, Dossett.
That's
How did you
awesome.
get that? Have you seen any of them?
No, I haven't, but I know.
That's great.
Do you like the new ones?
I have not seen the last one.
I haven't either.
A Time
actually,
to Die or whatever.
yeah, I
No
haven't
Time
seen
to
that.
Die. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you like them?
Oh, yeah,
Just
they're
keep
good.
They're
getting
good.
better.
Are they better than Mission Impossible?
I would say yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Mission Impossible.
Are they better than Oppenheimer? I know you said you
I love
just saw that.
Oppenheimer.
Did you see Barbie?
Are you? Yeah. Are you Barbie or?
I'm Oppenheimer. I
Okay.
love like movies are my thing. I liked Barbie a lot, but like Christopher Nolan is just better in general.
Just better than Barbie?
It is.
In a 1v1, Barbie versus Christopher Nolan, you got Christopher
I
Nolan?
got
Is that what I
Christopher
hear?
Nolan.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Good to know.
Good to know. Okay, let's talk about something serious now.
Let's do it.
This is a money podcast. Our slogan is money from a banker's perspective. I know you're not a banker, but our job is to interview people, and we want to interview a bunch of different generations. And so, like I said, we had Ed on last week, and we've brought in the man of the people representing the Gen Zers today, Dossett.
A lot of weight.
Hall.
On, a
I
lot,
feel a
lot
lot
of
of
weight.
pressure. Yeah.
A lot of weight on your shoulders.
There's no, because the funny thing is, you and I, you were 05, you said?
I'm 05.
So I'm 98, but we're the same generation. So
That is interesting.
we're just in different stages of life. And I think Gen Z right now, I mean, I think
huge changes.
huge changes, but
Massive.
like 2012, is that what we said? 2012 is the end of Gen Z. So like there are kids who are Gen Z who are 11.
I
That's
don't-
a very different.
I don't like that. That's weird.
That is weird. But it's just a very different stage of life
Yeah.
than where I'm at.
You're 23.
I'm 25. Thank you, sir.
Wow.
But it's a very broad generation for
I'm glad
where
you're an
everybody's
English
at.
teacher.
Yeah, not a math teacher. Okay. But we just want to ask you a couple questions about how you view money. You
Let's
feel
do
like you can do that?
Yes.
You're doing great so far. So
do
here
it.
we go. We've kind of got some background on you, but growing up, have you managed your own money, or would you say that your parents have played kind of a big role in how you have either managed or been helped to spend and save and things like that? What was their role?
Yeah. So I would say like as for like how I got money when I was younger,
Yeah.
my parents, I had an allowance.
Little
It was
allowance.
like $5 a week. You know,
Whoa.
is that a
Choice?
lot?
Yeah.
A
Kidding me?
week?
Gosh.
Well, okay. Interesting.
No, that's not a lot. That's not a lot.
So that was the thing. And it was all in cash back then. I didn't have a debit card when I was young. So
Back in the day.
So I would say like they had no control other than like if something was super dumb, they were just, you're not buying that. But,
Yeah.
you know, I walk into Walmart and I'm like, I'm buying that Lego set.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, when I got to probably 12, I got a debit card and they watch my balance. They make sure I'm not bankrupt, you know, whatever. But no, they've definitely had a huge part in making sure I don't like spend too much, making sure I have enough in savings for, when I needed a car, because they're not going to buy my car. They always told me that. So I had to pay half of the car that I had to pay for half of it. So they played a pretty big part in saying, teaching me that money is super valuable and like, I can't just like throw it all away on stuff.
Yeah.
So I've definitely had help.
So you saved up for a car though.
Yeah, I had
That's
to do
huge.
that.
What'd you get?
Nissan Xterra. Nothing crazy.
It's awesome.
That's
Facebook
like
I didn't know they
Marketplace.
still made those.
Well, it's an 07. So just
even better.
yeah,
It is literally almost as old as you.
it is.
Which
You can
is
buy
fantastic.
almost anything on Facebook Marketplace. Believe it or not.
Almost.
Almost.
That can be terrifying as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nissan Xterra, that's like every 16-year-old boy in Northwest Arkansas's first car, I feel like.
It's been a lot. It truly has been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel's first car? There you go.
That's
There you
right.
go.
I remember that.
So,
Fantastic
that's amazing.
rock star.
So would you say that your parents are still kind of over your finance? You're about to get kicked out of the house.
Yeah, that's true.
So what are you going to do? Do you have a plan or maybe like a plan of attack for how you're going to save or
Yeah.
anything like that?
So I actually haven't thought much of it up until today.
Yeah.
But I would say I move out and then my parents still can see like how much money I have in my debit card or whatever. They've got the
That's what my sister says. Money in my debit card.
What is it?
I'm sorry.
money in the bank,
Yeah, money in your account.
money in my account.
Yes.
So they have
But
like
that's okay.
they got
It's
the
all
bird's
right.
eye view.
Max is cringing so hard.
No, it's all right. It's
No,
all
no,
right.
no, no.
Yeah, I get it. I get
Okay,
it.
yeah.
I get it. It's wrong.
He's
I
a
get it.
millennial. He doesn't get us.
I've honestly put up. I can't even see how much money I have on like my phone because I've been too lazy to actually sign in on my phone. But my parents can see, and they'll probably continue to watch it as I get to college. But plan of attack: don't buy anything that's over $200. I don't buy clothes either. Like Goodwill's my best friend.
That's
awesome.
I would say the biggest thing I spend money on is food.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
I see tropical smoothie, I'm there.
Lures you in.
Smoothie and
Smoothie and
food?
quesadilla. Santa Fe chicken
Oh.
quesadilla.
Man,
Big.
you got that down, don't you?
I do. It's my order.
Do you use the app or do you go through the drive-thru?
I use the app. Points. Gotta save.
Huge.
Everybody's got an app now for
Mhm.
points.
They do. Everybody has an app.
It's a lucrative system. You should see. I'm running out of data or storage on my phone with all the apps I've got.
Running out of data.
Storage.
Can't say that. You're Gen Z, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He doesn't
yeah.
know.
So, all right. So, you're in a transition stage of
Yeah.
life as you go from moving out of the house and moving into a dorm in college. So let's just kind of go back. Let's go back a little bit to growing up and seeing how your parents valued money, talked about money. Did they talk to you much about it? Was it a conversation you guys had early on in your childhood, or how did you see them? And then maybe some of the things that influenced them from your grandparents.
Yeah, I would say so. Both of my parents, when they were kids, they're teenagers, their parents both bought them cars.
Yeah.
And as a result, they decided not to do that for me and my brother and make us pay for them, which I think
Interesting.
is funny.
That is interesting.
So I was like, I don't agree, but no. And so, but they always, they would never let give out a loan, I guess. Like they're not going to just buy us something and us be like, I'll pay you back in 2 weeks when I get my $10 after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I would say they're pretty strict on just like, if you don't need it, don't buy it. If you don't have the money, you don't need it right now, and all those things. And I actually really value what they taught me, because like now, 18 years old, I'm like, actually, thank you for making me pay for half my car.
Yeah.
I've kind of learned what it is like to save money and know what is a necessity, what's a little joy purchase. And then,
Yeah.
so, I mean, I appreciate what they did. I mean, it took a chunk out of the old bank account, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you said bank account this time and not
I'm
debit
learning.
card.
I'm
a chunk
learning.
out of the debit card.
That's right.
So you would say you're probably a saver
I would,
instead of a spender? I mean, you spend, everybody's got to spend something,
yeah,
but
I don't know. I'm content with like, if I don't, I just went shopping and I was like, I don't need khakis. I don't need, I hate Lululemon. They're too expensive,
oh, wow.
but I'll Goodwill.
Goodwill.
So
lemon.
how much are you dropping on a Goodwill
I
run?
mean, here's the thing.
Are you wearing Goodwill today?
Yeah.
Can I ask who your designer
So
is?
this is Goodwill. Bought this in Florida.
Florida Goodwill.
Florida Goodwill.
I heard those
Wow.
are crazy.
Yeah.
They are.
Everything's crazier in Florida.
Man, I don't know where I got these shorts, but socks, definitely not Goodwill.
Yeah,
That feels like
That would be wrong.
not a Goodwill.
That'd be wrong.
purchase.
that's a joy purchase.
But I mean, I would say it's more my like brother and mom who are out there and they're like Dossett, because they're always shopping at Goodwill. They'll send me texts.
so they're spenders. Oh, they're always shopping at Goodwill.
They're all, well, like they're everywhere. Lululemon.
Are you really a spender if you're always shopping, but it's
I
at
would-
Goodwill?
Well, I mean,
you're still spending
as much as they're at, I would say, I mean, they'll go to actual stores, but I mean, Goodwill is also just fun because thrifting is like a joy. You kind of get a high when you like find that Lulu
Yeah.
buried in those clothes.
Hey man,
So you
Yeah.
you love finding a good deal.
I like my brother finding it for me. And then
Do you pay him a commission? Finder's fee?
I give him like golf balls.
Okay, that works.
that works. Yeah,
Yeah.
that works. So we looked backwards at kind of what it was like for you growing up, watching your parents, thinking about how maybe your grandparents influenced their spending patterns and how your parents influenced yours, spending and saving. And so as you move forward and you're in college, hopefully 4 years,
Yeah.
then you're working towards a salary position. You're working towards building income. What do you anticipate your spending habits or your relationship to money to be like as you kind of will transition into that phase?
Yeah.
If you don't have one,
Ah.
you're 4 years away.
Well,
Yeah, you have to.
It's okay.
here's
But we're
the
asking you a question.
here's the plan that I've come up
We
with.
need an answer.
Come up with today.
So as we all know, educators don't get paid all that much. I don't know. So that's a downside, I would say. But it's something I've kind of always known, and I'm just kind of like, okay, bring it on. Part of the challenge. So
Yeah.
I just think saving is going to have to be a necessity, and my future, which I'm fine with. Don't need all these fancy things, but housing market, oh man.
Even the 18-year-olds know about the housing market.
Boy. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not trying to buy a house right now. That's all I'm saying. But I mean, that's going to be, hopefully that dies down a little bit. But I mean, the future, just I've obviously through these next 4 years of college, I do not need to like be getting close to zero in my bank account. I need to be like getting more money. Just because I know like starting off, like leaving college, I mean, that's the big stepping off point, and it can either blindside you or you can be prepared. So, I mean, my goal is to just like have enough money where feel stable, where I have like, okay, if I get in a wreck or if I get an injury or all these things, I can handle that, but also getting a job right out of college. So I know I can rely on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like an emergency fund. Or
Yeah.
something to kind of keep in. Yeah. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't have like a 401k or I don't know what
That's
that is.
okay. That's okay.
So do you foresee yourself, again, this is a tough question, but do you foresee yourself wanting to buy a house, or do you think it'll take a few years?
So I always thought like right out of college, just buy a house. But now I'm just like, man, I might need to rent or
Yeah.
I might need to get an apartment, which I'm not opposed to. Kind of seems fun.
Yeah.
Like don't have to, do I have to pay the electric bill if I
You do.
Rent.
It's all kind of baked
Oh,
in there.
what?
Yeah. sorry.
That's rigged.
And the water.
Yeah.
Water bill's not that big.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I'll just give
couple
you a
dollars.
lesson right now. Anything that the apartment complex is paying for is probably being passed down to you in some way, shape, or form.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have any pets?
No. Well, I have a pet. My family has a pet.
But you wouldn't be taking it to the apartment because there's a
No.
pet fee. Monthly.
There's a pet fee? No, there's
I
not.
promise you.
Yeah.
Rocket?
Well, we're in a house now.
Did Rocket have a pet fee?
Rocket had a pet fee. My cat. They
Oh,
made me
man.
pay for my cat.
Yeah.
The pet fee monthly was more than the cost of Rocket, by the way. I'm serious. Rocket was 20. Pet fee was 25.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Must love that cat.
Love him.
No lawn.
No lawn.
Huge.
That's true. There's some cons. There's some pros. No garage if you have an apartment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some have, but most don't.
most don't. I think. I mean, I don't know how the housing market goes. I mean, right now it's up in the sky, and
Yeah.
I mean, if you want a house, I don't even want to talk about it. It makes me sick. But things crash. So hoping that thing crashes.
No.
We don't want it to crash.
We don't want it to crash. How about that? How about no crash?
No crash.
Yeah.
What do we want it to do?
Stability.
We want it to even out.
Yeah, just even out.
But then I'm not gonna buy a house.
That's a good point.
But then
It's a good point,
you
Max.
might make money. You might make more money
Okay.
as inflation continues to go up. Typically,
Inflation.
pay more.
I know that
Any
word.
thoughts on
Yeah.
inflation?
It's bad. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gas hurts.
It does hurt. It does. But
Yeah.
thank goodness for Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah. What?
Alka-Seltzer. What did we say?
Alka-Seltzer.
We'll
Okay.
edit that
what
out.
about
Mark that down.
what about like cash, like hard
Cash.
cash? Do you keep much cash at all?
I think it's important to keep hard cash.
Really.
That's
Why?
Because one, you never know if the world just ends and you need money. Not really. But I don't know, for friends that if they need a quick meal and they got nothing, and I don't know, but you also have your debit card with you.
What about like Venmo?
Venmo
and stuff like
Venmo's
that?
become amazing. I use that probably once a day.
Yeah.
But I mean, you never know when you're want to donate if someone's in need, or just, I mean, I carry cash on me, not crazy amount. I mean, I've lost my wallet before and I lost a chunk of change and that sucked. It was a pretty mad day.
Wow. What about any coins? You keep
Oh,
any coins at all?
No,
Not even
gross.
in your car?
I
Do you
think
keep any in your car?
I
Like some
so
change in
for
your car?
if I'm going through Pike Pass and I need to pay
Yeah.
or whatever that stuff is.
Toll.
A toll. But sometimes I just throw that stuff in the trash. Is that bad?
Do you really?
No, you don't.
throw
Yes,
the,
I
You
do.
throw the change in the trash?
If it's
fine.
a penny,
That's
if it's
fine.
quarter, I'll keep a quarter any day.
What's
Yeah.
your limit? 10
Like a dime?
10 cents?
I will not take 10 cents.
20 cents?
There's not a 20 cent.
I'm just saying, are you throwing away a
No,
large...
I'm not literally taking stuff out of my wallet, but if it falls out of my wallet while I'm walking, I'm not
Okay.
going to be I'm leaving it.
Okay.
Thank you for the visual as well. You and Bill Gates, man.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, what about we won't ask specifics, but do you keep money in apps? So, do you keep money in your Venmo app just to regularly pay people?
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A balance.
Venmo,
Chick-fil-A,
I do have money on Chick-fil-A. I have
Starbucks.
I don't do coffee. I just think
Not yet.
it stunts your growth.
He is, how tall
Well,
are you?
you're 6'5".
6'4".
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think you
Kick coffee
it
to the
didn't
curb.
work.
You'll
It
be
worked.
6'4".
Yeah.
Right now, I have $0 in my wallet, but that's also because my brother just paid me a lot in Venmo, and I didn't want it in my Venmo.
You have $0 in your...
And your Venmo.
in my Venmo account.
Okay.
But what's different
You
with
just called it your wallet.
Yeah.
but
Gosh, so Gen Z.
Yeah. it is
for
Gen Z.
Venmo, if you want to pay someone, it doesn't take it out of the Venmo balance you have. It takes it out of your debit card.
I've noticed that.
It-
You have to verify your account for it to actually
Really?
pull from your
Yeah.
balance, but
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I got to do that.
you should listen to the podcast. Just kidding.
First time listener,
Yeah.
actually.
First time listener, first time guest. So what would you say? I know you said you have a financial goal of buying a house. Do you have any other financial goals? for your future?
Have a Tacoma in the next 5 years.
You want a Tacoma?
Absolutely.
Are you
There
still
you
driving
go.
the Xterra?
Yeah.
You like it?
No.
Really?
It's a mom car.
What?
Sadly.
Oh, I don't know if I'd go there.
What is it?
It's awesome.
So Tacoma, one of the smaller, older
I would
ones,
say,
or
like,
the
I actually
newer ones?
newer Tacomas are like 50 grand. You're not going to get something like that. And so, I
don't
mean,
know.
I've got realistic expectations. So, I mean, I would say the older Tacomas actually look nice in my opinion. So
Yeah, they do.
that's like year 5 of the next 5 years, maybe.
Yeah.
That's the end goal.
So, do you have like Apple Pay or anything like that?
I do.
Do you use that a lot?
Apple Pay is insane. If I'm on Amazon and you no longer have to like type in your debit card, but
Yeah.
I don't use it in stores. If I have my debit card,
Yeah.
I'm just going to use that. And you can't keep your driver's license on your phone unless now you can.
That's actually a good
I don't
idea.
know. It is actually a good idea.
But that would be a like safety hazard. You lose your phone, you lose everything.
It's true.
So
Yeah, but
Well, you
there's a
need to
lot of
keep
information on the
If you
phone,
could keep
so-
a copy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we may have to take that and run.
Just
I'll-
keep it on your
10%.
Apple
I will
wallet.
take 10% of the profits.
Deal.
Is there any other new technology we need to know about?
Not that I know of. I mean,
No.
there's all the like Elon Musk stuff, but y'all know.
We know that.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Okay.
Interesting. So,
Do you have
so
any
would
other
you?
questions?
Yeah, I mean, obviously your spending habits. You know, are you gonna? You said food for you is the primary.
Probably biggest.
So,
one.
are you going out? Obviously, you're going out to eat a lot
yeah.
of times and that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean,
So,
You got a meal plan at the U of A?
yeah, I do. So that'll help. I actually don't think I'll be spending all that much money at food at the U of A. It's gonna be more like furniture and decor for the room.
It's a small
It's gotta
room.
look good.
It's a small
it's gotta
room.
look. I mean, I'm talking movie posters, Lego sets,
This is incredible.
maybe a lightsaber. They're
Wow.
bit
Those
of
are
a-
expensive.
200, but I might drop
That's
it.
at his threshold.
That
It
your
is. I know. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I can get it.
All right. So, so we talked to a baby boomer, and obviously his ideals and the way he perceives money and grew up and his relationship to money is quite a bit different than
Yeah,
yours,
I would say so.
as you would expect. Are there things that you would say you want to take from what they've done from that type of generation and really kind of hold true to it, and are things that you would maybe tell somebody, not in a rude way or anything, like, hey, it's okay to go out to eat ever so often.
Yeah. I think something I admire is a lot of older people. I feel wrong saying
all right.
that, but like they're very good at saving. I would say my dad, my mom, big savers. Dame Ramsey, shout out. Right? That's his name. Dave.
Dave
Dave?
Ramsey.
Dame. I don't know. Dave. Yeah.
Dame Ramsey.
Dame Ramsey. Yeah. No, Dave.
So they liked Dave Ramsey.
Oh, big time. But so I admire that. I admire. I mean, they're always. My parents are not in the stock market. Well, my dad with his business, he's got stocks with whatever kind of deals they
Yeah.
have. But I mean, I admire that. Like, I want to be in the stock market. Have no clue what it means, where to even go about in that way.
That's all right.
But something I want to try. But also sometimes you got to drop a couple bucks to have like a laugh or two. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like spending if it's worth it. I mean,
Yeah. So a little bit more from an experience standpoint.
Yeah.
You don't mind doing that.
yeah. I'll go to fast lanes.
There you go.
Bowling or laser
Teen
tag
night.
or what?
They still have
Bowling,
teen
bro.
night?
Dude, yes.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
I think it's Tuesday nights. Maybe.
Fantastic.
Good deal. Okay, if you were to seek wise counsel, when it comes to whether earning or managing or saving your money, who would you go to?
You want me to drop a name?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to.
I'll drop a name.
Sure.
I would go to a man called Spencer Loper.
I know Spencer.
No.
Why?
way.
I just
I like Spencer.
Spencer has been like my mentor
great.
for probably like 3 years now, honestly. And just the stuff like we talk about lots of things, and sometimes stocks just pop up, and
Oh yeah,
he's like, "Yeah, all this," and I'm like, "Dang, Spencer's really smart." Maybe
is.
I
That's
would-
awesome.
And so I kind of am like, okay. And plus, he just got out of college, and so I'm kind of seeing like what steps he's taking.
Yeah, that's
Lives
great.
in Bentonville. I mean, come on.
Gosh,
Who wouldn't want to be the guy?
I know. Yeah, how about Spencer
That's a
Loper
great
getting a
one.
shout out?
That's
Yeah.
a great
And
one.
obviously my dad. I mean,
Right.
who's-
I'm glad you didn't say that. I mean, that's great.
well,
Such a
I was
good-
like, let's go out of the family circle. Let's-
yeah,
We appreciate that.
that's great.
All right. So, would you say that you are very like-minded with your generation and your peers, or would you say that you kind of buck the trend a little bit?
So like-minded, similar to
Yeah.
There's some things. I mean, social media. I try not to be addicted to, and I feel like that's the big thing for Gen Z. I mean, we were born where like everything we want is right here.
So instant. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's hard not to just sit down and not do anything for 5 hours and just look at your phone. So I mean, I think I'm similar, but also I think I'm different. I think I enjoy working. I think that's your dad has taught me that.
Yeah.
Uh,
My dad has hired Dossett many a days to pull weeds and mow lawns.
The last time I worked for him probably was the hardest.
You're done forever?
I think so.
Broke the camel's back?
I think so, but no.
He worked you really hard, really cheap. So you need to go back and say, no, he paid you good. He paid you
does.
good. I
Great.
was the one who paid you
But
cheap.
I think I've had my family and family friends have kind of like taught me the value of hard work and the reward for that. And so I think a lot of times, I'm not saying everybody in my generation, but a lot of people in our generation are just kind of born with this like, I'm not going to work today. I'm not going to work. I'll do that in the future. And so like college, when they're on their own and they don't live at home, they're like, shoot, I got to get groceries and I got to pay the water bill. And so I think a lot of times it can be like all the stuff we've grown up with actually like hinders our ability to thrive and
That's a great point.
So, yeah, that's interesting.
the new society we live in.
Yeah,
away
no,
from our home. So
I agree with that. I mean, this survey and some of the stuff we've looked into has said that Generation X has been maybe the most capitalized or wealthy generation
Yeah.
for, when they started work and where they're at now. And so those are the parents of Gen Z primarily.
I would say.
And so there has been a lot passed down or provided to Gen Z. And so I agree with you. I think you're really hardworking and
Oh,
we're excited
I
to
wouldn't say hardworking.
watch you grow up. So
We're getting there.
yeah, that's great.
Awesome. Well, Dossett, we appreciate you for hopping on.
Yeah, it was really
Enjoyed it.
fun. So
right,
thanks for
sweet.
coming on.
Thank y'all.